What is up, guys? Welcome to this episode of Before They Were Released. Today we will be discussing the upcoming James Bond film, No Time to Die. This will be the 25th installment after Spectre, which was released back in 2015. There have been quite a few rumors on what could potentially happen in this movie, such as James having a daughter and whether or not James will die in this film. We'll get into these as the video progresses. As you may know, because of the pandemic we are currently experiencing, a lot of movie dates are being shifted, including this one, of course. It was initially set to be released back in April, but will now be released in November. The movie is rumored to be approximately 2 hours and 43 minutes, which can serve as a good way to send off the cherished Daniel Craig, who played our beloved 007 for the past 14 years since Casino Royale's release in 2006. A lot of nostalgia is going to be embedded into this movie, as it may serve as a walk down memory lane for our character. Things like his old car, exotic getaways, and the concept of people thinking he's dead will be brought up. This will be the somewhat conclusion of what Daniel started in Casino Royale. Even characters we last saw a couple of movies ago will appear. The premise of this coming film is that 5 years after capturing Blofeld and leaving his job as a 00 agent, James is approached by his old friend, a CIA officer whom we encountered in Casino Royale and Quantum Solace, to ask him if he can help them find a missing scientist named Obrovich. While looking for this guy, James comes into contact with Madeline's past. We get introduced to a new villain named Safin, who seems to have ties to Blofeld and Dr. Madeline Swan, as she and him have the same masks. Maybe they were romantically involved before, or they were tag team assassins. Let's have an in-depth look at what happens in the trailer. So we start off with some suspense. The idea at play is that the woman James risked his life's work for has betrayed him. Could she be a double agent for our newest villain? It seems like after James and Madeline ran away together at the end of Spectre, they lived in Jamaica as a getaway, until they broke up, and I guess Madeline goes to work for MI6, ironically. When James sets out for the mission to find Dr. Obruchev, James discovers something that leads to him realizing that Madeline betrayed him, or maybe it could be the fact that she might have broken up with him so that she could go work for MI6. With her dad being involved in Spectre, it's a bit hard to believe that she was not at all involved in what it was, especially with the amount of information she had about it, and her ability to use a gun may hint a past where it was regular for her to use them. I'd like to assume that a bounty was placed over James, which is why so many people are after him. Or it could be all the villains from Spectre attempting to avenge the capture of their leader, Blofeld. Another rumor that has been traveling around is that James Bond may have a daughter. This could be the betrayal that he was talking about, or it could be one of James Bond's past flings. It has been said that this may serve as a way of Bond facing his womanizing traits and tropes, because one of the actors who played his past flings is reprising her role. The question is, why would they do that? If you have any idea, please do comment down below. But remember that this is just a rumor which has been reported by Daily Mail and multiple websites. And please take note that this rumor has not yet been confirmed as of yet. Although in a recent interview, Daniel Craig had this to say.
For me, having all of these characters and all of these sort of storylines and all of these things sort of mashing up together, it's about the relationships and about family. That's what the movie's kind of about.
Which points out at the concept of family. You can take a larger leap like I did and assume that he will have a family. But imagine the impact that would have on the movie and his character. That is it for this video. Until more news arrives, if you're interested, stay tuned. Peace.